getting internships because people didn't believe I could speak English. I didn't work for over a year. Was trying to figure out what my next step was.
I was dreading going to work in the morning. Searching on Indeed. In less than a week, I had 4 job offers.
Now I'm a contact tracer. Now I'm a casting producer in a digital ad agency. Now I'm a food support specialist for an e-commerce company. I know that this job is just the beginning for me.
Still your best friend. And now your co-pilot. Still a father. But now a friend. Still an electric car, just more electrifying. Still a night out, but everything fits in. Still hard work, just a little easier. Still a legend, just more legendary. Chevrolet, making life's journey just better.
You can't believe it.
What? Learning my house is haunted by Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Hey, Jill. Hey, Kurt. Movies? August snacks.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on our car insurance with Geico.
I got snacks. Ooh, I got popcorn. I got caramel corn. I got kettle corn. Right. No. Am I cool too loud?
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Right now at Jimmy John's, you can get half off your second sandwich by using promo code SAVEON2.
Greg booked another 7 a.m. meeting.
Wizards! Wizard status!
Perfect for you and your new coworker. Just use SaveOn2 online or on our app.
When we focus on our local communities, we can find a way to get through this together.
I'm glad you supported me, America. Leave that big tip.
Tonight's aerial coverage brought to you by Camping World. Out of the bullpen is Ryan Thompson trying to keep this game right where Sheriff kept it, Diego Castillo kept it, and Aaron Luke kept it. And give his team a fighting chance in the bottom of the inning. New catcher is Mike Perez. Mike Brasso stays in the game at first. He drew a walk. Those are the changes along with Thompson. On one pitch is on the outside corner, strike two. The frisbee slider, lower 3/4. When we talked to Dave Roberts before the game about the closer situation after the loss by Kenley Jansen last night, his 4th World Series blown save, he said it is situation dependent. Broken back. Thompson fields it. Taylor is up 0-4. 1 out in the 9th. The batter will be Kike Hernandez. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be Margot, Meadows, Wendell, the only player left on the bench for Kevin Cash. As you know who? That man, Brett Phillips. The hero last night.
Well, so 2 of the 3 are going to be lefties.
You might just see the young man go back out there. That is to the left of Adames. Nice pickup. Spin and throw. Good play. 2 out. And before Barnes hits, a quick word from Evan Williams Bourbon.
Get ready for the next pitch with Evan Williams. Bourbon done right.
Blake Trinan is getting loose. And Trinan's had a lot of work. And he was one of the guys that Dave Roberts had to check with. He got to the stadium to see how he feels. So he can say it without coming out and saying it. But this would typically be a spot for your lockdown Jansen was not even going to lose. We can't say we'll try to get more rested because he's not. Nope. And that's why he left Tuesday to a matchup situation that he might like better. See if Thompson can keep this a two-run ball game. Barnes tonight 0 for 2. That just stays inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's nobody that wants to come into the bottom of this ninth inning more than Kendall Jansen. No doubt. He was so accountable. Talking last night, we did an interview with Ken Rosenthal for us before tonight's game, had the right attitude. But it's trying to get it loose as the pitch is upstairs to Austin Barnes. It's 3-1. I used to hear all the time, my 14 years of starting, that closers either have to be crazy or have a bad memory. And I never used to understand it until I went into that role. And the bad memory is you just forget what happened. Crazy is you're ready for anything and you're just ready to go out there and get it done. So different personalities work for different roles for sure. Full count now on Barnes. Thompson working on a perfect night. That just missed for a 2-out walk. McClernand's definitely getting ready to come in the game. That's watching him. That's usually what a guy does when he's getting ready to take over the ninth. Man, that was close and a close take. If and when Trinan comes in, it'll be the 3rd game in a row for the big right-hander. Here's Betts. Up to Thompson again. Mookie Betts, who doubled to start the night, scored a run, 1 for 4, and takes the ball. Yeah, Betts got it going. He hasn't had his best World Series, but he certainly got the Dodgers going on the first at-bat of the night with a double when they badly needed to get the lead against a team that was coming off such an emotional high the night before. And the Rays were never able to tie it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. When the Rays had a golden chance in the 4th inning, leadoff walk to Margot. Stole second, went to third on an error by Chris Taylor, trying to field the throw from Barnes. Margot was at third, nobody out, then a walk to Renfroe. First and third, nobody out, and they didn't score. Pitching a Kershaw, popped up by Wendell, a strikeout of Adames, and then Margot out trying to steal home. It's a crazy game. Kershaw has been dominant in many postseason games that he didn't win. He was less dominant, but didn't give in. And he's got a chance to get a win that, of course, would be huge for the Dodgers to go up 3 games to 2. There's a strike. Good pitch. Kershaw threw 85 pitches tonight. Retired the last 7 hitters he faced, and then Dustin May took over and looked great. Bottom of the 8th and the bottom of the 4th will be 2 half innings. These Rays look back on. And see them as missed chances if they don't come back in the bottom of the 9th, which is where we had. What a good game. Great work by the Rays bullpen. Still a 2-run game. Dodgers on top, bottom of the ninth in Game 5.
E1 Dad 93 misses his story day. A lot. Can you hear me? Hello, Yum is remote working. Okay, and it's bananas. Elijah 626 wants to see his words the hype, and Linda Mom is hoping her teams give her a turn. We have our own reasons, but we all showed up for each other.
There are thousands of you here today. Let's make the most of it.
At the firehouse, we work 12, 24 hours just a month.
I am a lawyer, and there's a lot on my plate.
We're busy. We're busy people, but we're happiest when we're here in our home.
So having a service with free delivery and having the essentials come to you is very helpful for us to be able to focus on that quality time together.
Introducing Walmart Plus, a new membership that gives you free unlimited delivery on groceries and more.
Today tastes like staying in. Like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating. And a little bit like waiting. Today tastes like a piece of the action.
You stay.
And it never tasted this good.
5G just got real. iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro are here on Verizon 5G.
This new iPhone plus Verizon 5G.
Game changer.
With the coverage of 5G nationwide and in more cities, the performance of 5G ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. Whoa!
I downloaded a whole movie in under 30 seconds. How is that possible?
Now, get iPhone 12 on us when you switch.
I want this phone.
This is the 5G phone everyone wants on the 5G America's been waiting for. Only on Verizon.
This is the most important election of our history. And with Fox News, the best team in politics is in your hands. On TV, on radio, and Democracy 2020 on Fox News.
It's time for Eat, Hit, and Run, presented by MLB Network. Get your community involved by hosting a local competition for the chance to compete in the finals during the 2021 MLB All-Star Week in Atlanta. Sign up for free at GetsHitRun.com.
Call the shots during the World Series games. You compete for one of 100 cash prizes with MLB Rally, the free-to-play game where you make at-bat predictions in real time. Download MLB Rally app now. Restrictions apply. See official rules at MLB.com/rally. Blake Trinan will try to get his first career postseason save, protecting a 4-2 lead. And he works to the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the ninth. Markel has been all over the place. Takes the ball outside to start the bottom of the ninth. And the biggest thing, every person that gets a chance to pitch the ninth inning, and certainly Trinan has done his share of it. You tell yourself, make them hit their way on. No free pass. You can live with not getting the job done if they just get more hits or hit their way to victory. You just don't want a free pass. 1 ball, no strikes on Margot. That is up the middle, base hit. Leadoff man is on for Tampa Bay. And they just keep coming at you as Austin Meadows walks in representing the tying run at the plate. Margot, what a night. Yeah, he didn't try to do too much. He went right up the middle. And even if he got to that ball,
Stop.
Here we go.
Now please just do one freaking stream. Or one effing stream, please.
Hit for Renfroe in the 7th who struck out against May. That's ball 1. Barnes out to talk. Meadows last year, 33 home runs.
You're not even charging me either.
This year in 36 games. He hit just 4.
Wow, okay, I feel like this is really a bad idea.
There's 2 home runs this postseason. Tying run at the plate. It's not Jansen, it's Trinan. That's foul. Evans likes the ball coming into. He likes the inner third of the strike zone, and obviously loves the strike zone. But you got to really get in off the plate and above to get him out. Jammed him, and that ball is drifting foul. Strike 2. And it is back for Meadows. One-two pitch. Struck him out. Up the ball. That's a hard pitch for Meadows. Trying just above that zone. That is as perfectly placed as you can put it. But to the hitter, it looks like, oh, here we go. We're going to tie up the game. Just can't get the barrel to that ball. 2 years ago, Trinan saved 38 games with the A's, was 9-2 on top of that. 68 games at an ERA of 0.78. First year for the Dodgers. They asked him for the 3 biggest outs of the season so far. He's got 1. Ties up Waco, strike 1. Same kind of hitter and same kind of effort you're going to make. Cutters in and fastballs at the top of the zone. Kershaw struck out. He is just 3 for 16 in this World Series. Wouldn't throw a first pitch fastball. He's been swinging, trying to get to the fastball, and swinging with a big uppercut. Goes after it, strike 1. With the left-handed hitting Kevin Kiermaier on deck. Adam Kolarek has been getting loose this entire 9th inning. He was up in the top half briefly and now has been getting ready. The spotlight falls on Trinan and Adames. Strike 2. And the runner is down to their final strike. Bullpens get reinvented all the time in the postseason. Managers ride the hot hand. Dave Rutgers hoping that the hot hand belongs to his big right-hander tonight. Great pitch, good take. The one more pitch you could do that with. Adames. Trying to extend it. Time run at the
experiencing pad thai, there may be a way to help. The life you want is waiting. Talk to your pad thai today to find out pad thai is right for pad thai.
When all you can pad thai is think about Postmates, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
So many have been voicing a need for change. We meet the young man who's been organizing daily peaceful protests here in the Southland. What sparked his passion Monday on Good Day LA.
A different kind of newscast. Fox 11 Special Report, weeknights at 7.
Thursday Night Football on Fox. It's Mark Davis. And the electric NFC South Showdown. Ryan's got a man and a touchdown. Matt Ryan brings Atlanta's high-flying offense. Julio Jones touchdown. As Teddy Bridgewater leads Carolina in this heated rivalry. Falcons, Panthers. Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
This is the moment America has been waiting for. We got to secure the balance.
I was elected to fight for you.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
Nothing can stop me.
On the countdown, the countdown is over. America is coming. And only Fox News delivers the analysis and insight that America trusts. From America's most experienced election team, following real-time data on the Fox News app and every race as it happens from our best-in-class decision desk. Until we know the 2020 election on Fox News Channel, America is watching.
Fox Wednesdays. Can you tell if someone can sing without ever hearing your voice?
I'm so nervous.
It's the most emotional episode yet.
This game's gonna kill me.
All new I Can See Your Voice returns after the World Series, Wednesdays on Fox.
Great sport game. That's smack postgame show, and look, it's always a little bit about Clayton Kershaw. And maybe most impressive tonight, Alex, without his age stuff, he did the job.
He did. He did good enough. He was good, not great, but good tonight was good enough. 6 strikeouts, 2-2-2, very democratic. One win away, Poppy.
I feel like he was going to be good enough tonight. I mean, he dominated Tampa Bay in his last outing. He used both sides of the play, keep them up for balance, and that's exactly what he did tonight again.
This is start. Very good at navigating through the dirty traffic there and found a way to hold the lead there for his team. That was all he needed to do tonight.
Think about this. First time in his career, all these postseason games, first time he's ever won 2 games in a single series. Wow. It happens to be in this World Series. The Dodgers are finally trying to break through. Good job by Clayton Kershaw tonight. Why don't we hear from him? Standing by with our Ken Rosenthal.
Clayton, 4th inning, 1st and 3rd, not out. It ends with an attempted steal at home. Those happen so rarely. How is it that you were so ready?
Well, it's happened to me before. At least one of the times I can remember, Carlos Gomez tried it against me in Houston one time, and I work on that with the first baseman. I always tell him, like, hey, I look at them originally, but if they break, you got to say something, and I just know now to step off bats and throw it. So it's something that doesn't happen a lot, you're right, but it has happened before, and prepared for it.
You come out with 2 outs in the 6th. You had retired 7 straight hitters. Now, I know the plan was for you to go face about 21 hitters. He was a base.
All the way through. It just wasn't, I didn't have my stuff like I did in game 1. My slider wasn't there. So, stuck with the thing, and I was going to go through Lau, and even though it was just 2 pitches, so stuck with the game plan. Teammate, an unbelievable Victor, an unbelievable Blake closing it out. That was huge for us.
All right, you're 1 win away from the Dodgers' first World Series title since 1988. What is your level of excitement right now?
It's very excited, but at the same time, we got to win one more game. And so I'm going to keep it together for one more game. We're going to win one more.
Clayton, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Clayton Kershaw in 2020, what he has done, look, it's time to give him credit, right? There's been all this pressure. We know he's had his moments where he's had some rough goes in the playoffs. But these playoffs, he's been very, very good. And it's only fitting if the Dodgers are to finally break through. They're still going to win one more game. But, Frank, it's fitting that they do it with him pitching well and carrying them to it.
It was great to start for the night. Mookie Betts came out and set the tone, and that's what the doctor ordered. Back to normalcy. We had a fiasco last night. Mookie big double, single right away to big single. Up and running, relaxed. Clayton Kershaw did a great job tonight.
Yeah. Look, you got to feel good for Kershaw. I mean, bottom line, he's heard it for so long. I've been in that situation, and you hear it, and it's loud. And what I liked about tonight, that 4th inning, he showed that he's 32 and not 28 or 29. His maturity, the pop-up, the strikeout. You will never know. If he was safe, tight game, he wasn't. He was out. A few batters later, home run, 4-2. That was the game. Sure was.
I mean, I love Clayton Kershaw. He's the face of the franchise. This guy has been through a lot in this type of situation. I guess tonight, like you always say, he put his demon behind and went out there and represented his ball club the way everybody was expecting it. It's going to be huge for him if the Dodgers end up winning World Series.
Meanwhile, we've got a Game 6. We know that on Tuesday night. It's an off day tomorrow. How do the Rays save their season Tuesday night with Blake Snell on the mound?
Well, the only chance they have, I believe, is Snell's the right guy on the mound, and they're dying for the word bullpen game to come out of the Dodgers to open up the window one more time. If they do, I think the Rays can win, and there'll be an epic Game 7.
I think tomorrow, to reset the pitching with the off day, changes the momentum a little bit. Look for the Rays. They're not done yet. They're going to come back fighting on Tuesday night.
Snell was fabulous his last outing. I think he pitched great, and he have an idea how to attack this incredible lineup that the Dodgers have. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
What I know is we got a lot going on still, and we also have a Game 6 Tuesday night at 7:30, like we told you. It'll be 7:30 Eastern on Fox. It's Snell for the Rays. Looks like Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers. We'll try and win the World Series that night. The Rays will try and stay alive. Meanwhile, you stay tuned for your late local news on Fox, but if you want continuing coverage, come stick with us. Flip the channel. Turn it over to FS1. We'll hear from Max Muncy. We'll play Guess How Much. Coffee Confidential on the line. The D-Train, Don Will Turn to FS1 now. We'll see you in a moment. could do tonight as a Game 5 win for the LA Dodgers. They're now 1 win away from a World Series for the first time since 1988. Frank Thomas, Dave Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Clayton Kershaw. It's always been all about him. It was about him tonight, and maybe most impressively was how he navigated it. You know, Alex, I want to talk about that 4th inning where it looked like, oh boy, Rays had the leadoff runner on. Then they had 1st and 3rd with nobody out. No runs came across in that 4th.
KB, you're right. You have no choice to go, here we go again. We were in the green room, and it was 1st and 3rd, no outs. You could have easily seen the Rays score 2, 3, 4. They scored nothing. The big donut, the pop-up, and then the strikeout. Again, pitching to both quadrants of the plate. And then the athleticism here. Here's the Gold Glover. Could have easily boxed. I think one thing there that helped him out in a kind of an empty stadium, right? I think with a full stadium popping, he doesn't hear anything. I think Margot sneaks in there. But hey, play to the elements, playing Kershaw, get the name.
But remember, he say on that play, he worked so much with the first baseman because he got you can see nothing back here.
Right.
The way he set up, but it's great, you know, how good they work and combine, you know. So this heads-up play right here, they are aware of. I was totally surprised. I even thought that he balked when he did all the moves and all the stuff. But they worked. There you go. Let me see this play right here. Check this out. The runner is absolutely behind him. And look at this heads-up play right here. He got that. There you go. Look at the first thing my mom said. Let him know. Step up. That's an incredible play right there. And you will think, as a runner, that you got him all the way. And here you go. This is what I know happening right here. That was the key play of the game right there.
It really was. They got him off the hook because Kermar was there and he started really swinging the bat. He was dialed in. And for them to take that chance right there, yes, it was aggressive baseball, but I would have left the bat in the hand of Kermar there because he has really turned it up the last couple games. Big hit after big hit. You got to let your big guns ride when they're ready to go.
And KB, the big Texan, Kershaw, pitching 30 miles away from his high school. Mm-hmm. It wasn't about power or ego or stubbornness. I saw a different Kershaw, a smarter Kershaw, someone who pitched with finesse and intelligence. He was beautiful, very democratic. He kept them off. Not just one game, but game 1 as well.
Kenny told us in pregame about the Dodgers playing 21 hitters. It was exactly 21 hitters. And, you know, it was interesting, right? Because we're like, okay, how is this going to play out? But you know what, Frank, it worked. I know you're laughing because we haven't heard anything like this before, but it worked.
I know we hate it, but the Dodgers won their way tonight. Before the game, we're on 21 batters. They faced 21 batters, and they won the baseball game 4-2. Hats out to the Dodgers. The computer works most nights. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Dodgers played an unbelievable game tonight. Kershaw, I'm so happy for him because I have been watching this kid year after year after year, trying hard, trying to, you know, take things to the next level, trying to get Los Angeles Dodgers a championship, trying to get in the ring, and things haven't worked out. And the way he performed these last 2 games, I mean, that's the Kershaw that we know.
Yes. You said it. If anyone knows what this feels like, it's you. And you went through your trials and tribulations in the postseason, and so much pressure on you in that 09. You were amazing in the Yankees run. Compare what you felt to what he's feeling here tonight in this whole series.
Yeah, KB, I mean, tremendous pressure. First of all, highest paid player in the game. He's the highest paid pitcher in the game, or one of them for a long time. You're in major markets, not secondary or tertiary, but you're in markets like New York and LA. And we would say, yeah, you know, it doesn't mean a lot and kind of BS our way. I see what he's doing. I was there. And the bottom line is you can have the 3 Cy Youngs. I had the 3 MVPs. None of that stuff matters. When you're in New York or LA, Magic Johnson will tell you, it's all about world championships.
Yeah, and Kershaw was great tonight, and the Dodgers were too. As a matter of fact, why don't we hear from one of those Dodgers? A big part in the win tonight. It's Max Muncy who joins us on the headset. And Max, it's Kevin Burkhardt and the Fox guys here. Thanks for doing this with us. And we just heard from Clayton. He was talking with Ken Rosenthal about that pivotal inning we're in the 4th inning with a couple guys got on, and you kept them off the scoreboard. Take us through from your position. It was such a big play when Margot's trying to steal home. Obviously, Clayton can't see. So tell me what you saw and how you told Clayton what was going down there.
Yeah.
Thankfully I was fortunate enough to see 1 or 2 guys in the past attempt something like that on him. So, it's one of those things where, he has that long pause in his when he comes stretch. You have to be aware of it and,
Kirsch has been doing that for a long time, so thankfully he knew what to do when I ran yelling at him, telling him, guy going home. He didn't panic, he did what he was supposed to, and we got the job. Max and Alex Rodriguez here, congrats on the big game. In a matter of less than 10 minutes, you have 2 runs. One, you save one by telling Kern, you get the assist there for Kershaw. And then on the top half of the inning, you hit a ball a country mile. You had 3 sluggers here. We jumped up and down and we said, wow, how good did that feel tonight? Yeah, I mean, I think you guys know when you connect on 100 miles an hour, there's probably not a better feeling out there than that. That's one of those things where I didn't actually feel it hit the bat, and it was just, that's fun to.
Monty, what's up, buddy? This is Big Papi right here. Congratulations on your win tonight. Let me tell you, man, I'm a big fan of yours because I see how serious and how personal you take things on the field. Tell me I see that you are extremely locked in at the plate, and I love it. How good are you seeing the baseball right now?
Yeah, really good. It's one thing where I've seen the ball good all year. Just the way baseball is, the results weren't necessarily there, but thankfully I haven't been able to panic and I've been able to carry that into the postseason. And just kind of understanding the way they've been wanting to attack me and not getting out of my approach, and I feel like it's helped me out a lot when it comes to seeing the ball.
Max, Frank Thomas here. Work with me. Why are you so angry at the plate, man? I mean, when you hit that ball, you just had to go on the floor. It's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to me.
It's one of the things where I didn't hit it far enough. I was angry. I want to hit that ball out of the stadium. That's just how I am at the plate. I take things very seriously, but I also like to have a lot of fun. It's just, that's my way of doing it.
Great job, man. Monty, one more question from Papi, man. Tell me, what feels better than hitting the ball like that?
Like I said, I don't know that anything feels better than that in baseball. Hopefully I'll find out in a day or two if something feels any better than that. But yeah.
Max, we'll let you go, but Big Papi, a different type of journalist. He just calls people by their last name. This is the first thing.
It's in baseball. Everyone calls each other by their last names in baseball.
Hey, Max, thanks so much for joining us. Terrific game, and congrats and good luck in Game 6.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was awesome from Max up on headset with us, and obviously huge parts in this game. He's had a great postseason. And you look at this World Series, I mean, look at this offense. Look at the leaders here with Seager. He's been hot the entire postseason, and Turner and Muncy. It's just a gauntlet to work through if you're an opposing pitcher. And, Muncy, Papi, you can relate. He's a great story, right? He's a rare guy that the A's let get away. Dodgers picked him up. He sat in their minor leagues for an entire year, a full year, and no one knew, no one thought about Max Muncy's going to come up and be a star. He's a star, and he's been great.
I love a story like Max Muncy. I mean, this is the guy that hard work is way up to where he at right now. He's been hitting over 35 bombs the last 2 years, and I want to show you this at bat right here. It's like Brad said.
I love it.
He hit the ball angry. He's seen the ball so good. Look how he's taking pitches. That's nasty right there. Look how he took that pitch. That's not what I wanted. Elevate it a little more. Let me show you some love right here. Oh, I missed that one. Don't throw it again. Don't throw it again. And he let you know right away. I mean, this guy's seeing the ball so good right now. I mean, every at-bat he's throwing out there, guy, it means something to him. And that's why he's one of the big machine on the lineup.
I love it, and I agree with you. The Dodgers get a lot of, their Amazon, they spend all this money, but, they have guys like Muncy and Turner and Taylor, and they go out and find these guys a little bit like, Tampa Bay, but they also have the resources to complement it. But Muncy reminds me of a guy that I played with, Jason Giambi. I mean, here's a guy that just grinds out every at-bat. Jason was one of the greatest guys like Max Muncy, but every at-bat, 10-0, 1-1, it didn't matter. He was a professional. He brought that from Oakland, and Max Muncy, 20 base on balls this postseason. Outstanding.
He's got the best arm in baseball right now. Last couple of years, I've watched him over and over and over. He's at the plate. He takes 6, 7, pitches at a time. He will walk at any moment, but if he gets you in that zone, he will zone you up to take that ball part. He's a very dangerous hitter.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, how many times have we watched these games together, guys, and you're just like, man, how did he not swing at that, right? He doesn't pull the trigger on anything outside the zone. That's why he's been so terrific. Plenty more to do on the post-game show. We'll hear from D-Train, Dontrelle Willis, talk about pitching tonight. A big play here. We'll hear from Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. We've got our latest edition of Guess How Much. Can't wait to get to that in Papi Confidential. Papi trying to get back on the horse is Mr. Nostradamus. LeBron, yes, sir, one more. Job not done. Finish your breakfast. What the hell is that?
What are you again? Dodger fans.
That's a Yankee fan. I have no idea.
Hey, baby. After 225 years of Jim Beam, you'd think we just look back on our past. Nope. We're looking to our future. We're crafting new bourbons. Creating new ways to drink them. And teaching a new generation of distillers. So now, we're not raising a glass for the last 225 years. We're raising Jim Beam for 225 years to come. We may be in a touchless world, but we can still touch people's lives. By staying in touch and showing you care. Because now each time you shop online or pay with contactless using your MasterCard at restaurants, grocery, and drugstores, MasterCard will donate to Stand Up to Cancer, one precious cent at a time, up to $4 million. Together, we can start something priceless.
Start Saturday strong with a Halloween themed Saturday on Fox. Michigan battles Michigan State. Harbaugh and the Wolverines look to take their third straight in this wild rivalry. What a game! But the Spartans should say that. It all starts with a big new kickoff pregame show at 10. And then it's Michigan State, Michigan. All part of Big News Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
I'm looking for my clients. I'm his accountant.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, man! You're here! You don't trust me here in Vegas, do you?
Well, I thought we had a breakthrough with the Volkswagen.
We did. Yes, we broke through.
That's the Volkswagen?
That's the crossboard.
Wow.
Seatbelt.
Please just tell me where we're going.
My finger is on the button. My finger is on the button. Push the button.
Grandpa 73 is here for his queen. Sean Before Dawn trains at 6 because breakfast is at 0700 sharp. BGT Esquire needs to try out these brand new leggings. And need cake love. Cake. Duh. We have our own reasons, but we all showed up for each other.
There are thousands of you here today. Let's make the most of it.
The brightest superstars on the planet
are unleashed in prime time. All new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back to the Tubi postgame show. Tubi, free movies and TV. Glad to have you back on the postgame where the Dodgers win it 4-2 in a game number 5. Well played, well pitched. Kershaw started. Bullpen did the rest. And the Dodgers got enough on the offensive end, and they're 1-1 away from the World Series. Back here with the guys on the postgame show. For those of you who missed the game, get to the highlights, check it out, and see how it all happened tonight from Arlington. Clayton Kershaw, of course, on the mound. Here we go. He was great in game 1. Could he follow it up in game 2? Jock Peterson against Tyler Glasnow. His 9th career postseason home run.
This brings Jock to the playoffs. He's so clutch in the playoffs. Forget the regular season. He's a big-time ball player.
I think you're right. So is this guy, Randy Arozarena, a tomahawk and a base hit. Most hits in a single postseason by Arozarena makes it a 3-2 game. How about that history ever? 4th inning, Dodgers in a big-time jam. Runners on the corners. Margot tries to steal home. It is a bang-bang play, and he is out. I mean, he was out by an inch, but it was the right call.
And Kershaw, great athleticism, patience, steps out calmly and throws a strike to Barnes.
Not easy to do, right? And so there you go. That is Muncy, who we just talked to. Wow! Boom! Wow!
Just like that was loud.
That was. He really fight. He almost did hit it out of the stadium. Unreal. We go to the 9th. No Kenley Jansen, Dave Roberts. Trinan. And Willie Adames goes down.
That was good.
That was nice.
Trinan great in the ninth with four-seamer up and the two-seamer down. Outstanding 3 days of work for him.
And so the Dodgers are one win away, and their manager certainly feels a lot better than he did 24 hours ago. Here's Dave Roberts with our Tom Verducci.
Thanks, Kevin. Dave Roberts, this was a manager's game. You had plenty of decisions to make. I want to start with the one, first of all, taking Clayton Kershaw out of the game. Tell me about the meeting on the mound and why you took him out.
Yeah, right there, it was just before that sixth inning. I talked to him and just kind of gauged where he was at, and we agreed on two hitters. And I think that he didn't have much left in the tank. We wanted to get through Lau right there, and so yeah, it was two pitches, but I didn't want to do the bait switch. I just felt that was it, and I felt good with Justin coming in.
It looked like Justin Turner was lobbying to keep him in. Did you have your mind made up?
I did have my mind made up, and I had real clarity, but obviously the player believes in each other, and I love that, but I still felt we had a good option with Dustin.
Well, you believed in Dustin May. He consolidated that belief, and you believed in Victor Gonzalez. How about those decisions to plug those young pitchers into this huge game?
You know what, I just think for me, Tom, it's just about believing in these guys, and it's been a rocky road for those guys a little bit the last couple outings, but I just had confidence, believed in them, and wanted to run talent out there, and they made me look good tonight.
One win away from winning the World Series. You've been here before, but now you have two chances. First of all, who is your pitcher in Game 6, and what about this opportunity?
You know what, I don't know if it's official, but I think I'm leaning towards Gonsolin, but we'll see, but let's finish it off tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tonight, but I'm just proud of our guys, man. We fought hard offensively, got the lead, and the bullpen was outstanding.
Dave, thanks so much.
Thanks, Tom.
Back to you, Kevin.
Gotta love Dave. You know what, let's talk about that tomorrow. Let's not discuss that right now. Clayton Kershaw now has the most career strikeouts in the playoffs ever. So obviously he's great, and obviously he's pitched a lot in the postseason. There you go for Kershaw. Time to pull into the train station. D-Train, Dontrell Willis has been waiting patiently. First of all, I want to hit you with this. We heard from Clayton Kershaw. We heard from Muncy, your left-hander, stealing home. Take us through how tough that is not to balk Dontrell. I mean, that all happened so fast. I'd just love to hear from your experience.
Well, able to calm down and calm your nerves, and also firing a strike at home, short arming the baseball. Clayton Kershaw was aware of that. He executed that perfectly, but that's a tough play. I know how to throw that ball to the backside, so that's why I'm sitting here.
Oh,
hell of a job to Clayton Kershaw.
I don't know about that, Trey.
I know about that.
Crazy. Let me ask you though. So Kershaw was dynamic in Game 1. Obviously, great. He was less dynamic, but maybe even more impressive for how he navigated.
Absolutely. He wasn't as sharp as he was in Game 1, but he was able to compete with the stuff that he had, and he made pitches when he had to, and that's pitching. You know, there's a difference between pitcher and a thrower, and you show right here. Misses the glove, but is able to stay down with that slider and then play off that slider, and then the throw of the fastball, tie you up, sit you down. That's why I'm going to the Hall of Fame. And then Zanil, that's the nasty slider down and in. But for me, going in that sixth inning, throwing two pitches, you'd have to drag me off the mound by my ear. But credit to Clayton Kershaw, man. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to Chick-fil-A with my kids. But that's a tough situation to come out of a ball game, especially everything he's been through in the postseason.
Well, 21 a good number at the blackjack table, and also with your Clayton Kershaw appearance. That was the thing tonight. Tyler Glasnow, you know, you touched on it in the beginning of the show, trash your stuff, but you also told me, sitting there watching with you, just mechanically for him, he had a hard time finding it, huh?
Release point was tough for him, and he's a big guy standing at 6'8". I felt like he had a hard time getting the ball down in the zone, and it's a tough lineup to navigate through. Mookie Betts, Seager got on him early and often, and he made mistakes over the heart of the plate, and they made them pay, and that's why they're paying the Dodgers a lot of money. But it's a learning experience, but it's tough, especially when your lineup doesn't score a lot of runs. You feel like you have to pitch perfect, and I think that's the type of pressure he puts on himself early and often. He settled in, gave his club a chance to win the ball game, but I think it was too much damage done early in that ball game.
Yeah, Trey, we appreciate it. As always, great knowledge. D-Train,
thank you.
Willis for us, our all-star, as we go to talk about, you know, Glasnow here. And he has had, you know, a rough World Series after a great year and a great postseason. Let's hear from him here tonight.
Yeah, I think just out of rhythm to start. Obviously didn't go as planned, but I think after that second inning or so, I think timing was a little better. I think it lined up a little bit more, but I just think
It wasn't soon enough, obviously. So just a little out of rhythm the first 2 innings.
So we came into this World Series saying, hey, if the Rays have an edge, then their starters, there's three-headed starting monster, right, with Glasnow and Snell and Morton. And they haven't delivered, Frank. And that it's honestly amazing that it's a 3-2 series considering that number for their starters. And Glasnow, we haven't seen his best this World Series.
Watching him in the last 2 starts, he's going to have to develop a third pitch, either a changeup or a cut fastball, because for me, he throws too many straight fastball in the heart of the plate. And nowadays, mostly all pitchers throw 95 and above. So for him, when he finds that third pitch, he's going to have a hell of a future because his stuff is excellent, but he needs just something else to get the hitters off his timing of his fastball just a little bit.
I think this kid's going to be, amazing. He's going to have a bright future. But I can show you what was going on with him tonight. I think it was more of a thrower than the pitcher. He wasn't locating his pitch as well the way he wanted. He was missing the glove a lot. He wasn't keeping it up for bottom real well. And that's what happened. When you have 99 miles an hour fastball and you see the hitter having this type of freedom hitting those baseballs, you're not locating your pitch as well. This is a great velocity, but it's not in the corner where you need to be, and that's why you saw Mike Monty hitting the ball with that freedom, right?
I played with a guy, Randy Johnson, and when he came out of Montreal, he was 6'10", and he was scary, especially for left-handed hitter spot because his miss spot was at your ear. And then he came to Seattle and played under Lou Piniella's tutelage. And once he got under control, those things happen when you're 28, 30. This whole notion that players are no longer good after 32, let me tell you something. If you don't have experience at the pitcher's mound, you're not going to win championships. He's only 27, 51 pitches in the first 2 innings. It takes him a while. D-Train made some great points where he said it takes guys a little bit longer when you're 6'7". Well, watch when he's 30. He might be the best pitcher in the game given time.
Fair to say, though, if the Rays have a shot to get back in the series, they've got to get A-plus efforts with Snell and Morton, right? That's obvious.
They have to. They haven't to this point. They haven't had a pitcher past the 6th inning, and starting pitching is their bread and butter. Not one pitcher past the 6th inning. In the postseason, that's a problem.
That's what's on the table for them. All right, so the Dodgers, though, with a big win, 4-2, 1 win away. 1 win away from the first World Series since 1988. But it's not done yet. We know the Rays are tough. This, a big play. Not that particularly, but Margot had a great night, great World Series. Steal of home didn't go well. We'll break down the play with Rays manager Kevin Cash. 4-2. Guess how much coming up next?
Oh, my
Can hardly
God.
wait. Thursday Night Football on Fox. It's Buster Davis. In the electric NFC South Showdown. Ryan's got a man. And a touchdown. Matt Ryan brings Atlanta's high-flying offense. Julio Jones touchdown. As Teddy Bridgewater leads Carolina in this heated rivalry. Falcons, Panthers. Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
We make it so you can take it on any adventure, but only you can create the memories. We've made it the longest lasting, but only you can make it family. And that's why, for 80 years, we don't make Jeep. You do. Right now, get $3,750 combined cash allowance plus $750 bonus cash on 2020 Jeep Cherokee models. For $5, you could upgrade to the Sparkly Sprinkle Pack on Cupcake Conquest. Or you can upgrade to all this. 2 crunchy tacos and a medium drink. Plus, the beef and cheesy layers of the $5 Grande Stacker Box. Only at Taco Bell.
How about you? No. No way.
Come on. No. Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
The registration process to me was not that hard. Once I did it, I was just like, all right, like I'm good. I feel like I'm like in the system now. I'm like, I can actually participate and do this. I hope LA County can come together to get everybody in.
The Four. Unrivaled design meets pure power. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Voting is definitely a way for you to better yourself. Voting empowers you. Have your voice heard, and I know that's why I'm going to be voting early.
There you go. Sampling. Beastie Boys. Hey, let's go back to the fourth inning, guys. I mean, we talked about it. The game was essentially won here, right? I mean, it was 3-2 Dodgers. Rays at the first two on. Margot walked, stole, tried to steal home here, and then was thrown out. So alert by Muncy. Kershaw says go home. Got him by a hair, and it changed everything. And then obviously Kershaw got Adames, Wendell out before that. But that was, for all intents and purposes, the game. Here's Rays manager Kevin Cash on that sequence.
I think that we try to do things and make decisions and allow players to be athletic and be the athletes they are. And if Manny felt that he had a read on it for whatever reason, it's tough for me to say yes or no, just because he's a talented base runner. He might be seeing something that certainly I'm not or can't appreciate in the moment right there, and he's trying to do something to pick his team up.
Well, that's telling you that he went on his own. Did you like it?
Yeah, I love at a macro level what Kevin Cash is talking about. Give players latitude, give them freedom to be athletic. The way you should play that is you have a red light, Poppy, until you have 2 strikes. Kiermaier, who, by the way, is your hottest hitter, you have a red light. Now you get him 0-2. Now you let him be athletic. But you don't give him that type of autonomy with your hottest hitter at the plate who's had big hits. Now you get in the whole 0-2, things change a little bit, then you open it up. It can't have that much freedom with Kiermaier still in the driver's seat.
Look, most of the time when this play happens, runners are on their own because they are seeing something, like I say. He saw something, he picked something, he got momentum, and I don't mind on that play, especially lefty against lefty. I mean, the lefty, you behind him, and you will think that you have, momentum or you pick something that give you the idea of going. I don't mind on that play. If the guy, get to be safe at home, we celebrate. He got out. Okay, what else can you do?
I know you didn't like it.
That's why Kevin Cash is the manager of the year. I mean, he was like behind his player 110% there. But still in home, I was told a long time ago, if you're still home, you better make it. Because if not, it's going to leave everybody open with second guessing why you do that play, especially at the big moment of the ball game with Clayton Kershaw fighting for his life right there. So with Kiermaier at the plate, he can't do it. But he felt something, but he didn't get there, and that's why we're second guessing right now.
Yeah.
And you said momentum changed, Kevin.
Totally, clearly.
I mean, could have knocked Kershaw out of the game. Right? So give him credit, Kershaw credit. The Dodgers were alert, and they got through it, and that's why they won this game, or at least a big reason why. And that's why they're now 1 win away for their first World Series title since '88. But the Rays aren't done looking for their first ever title. They got to win Game 6. Tuesday night, 7:30 Eastern on coverage on Fox, and it'll be Gonsolin and Snell the call. So, Frank, for the Rays, they obviously have to have Snell pitch well. And I'm just curious for them, what else are they going to have to overcome? We thought today was going to be hard for the Dodgers to overcome because of, this crazy Game 4, and they got over it like that. How about the Rays?
I just look at it like this, off day. It really, the swing momentum changes again. They got to go home and reset their pitching staff in that bullpen. They know this is a Game 7 for them, is a must-win. Snell will be available, and the rest of the crew will be available. They have to win Game 6. If not, the Dodgers are going to be sipping champagne.
Hey, if you're Tampa, before anyone drinks champagne, go on with your teammates, have a couple cocktails, have a cigar. Really, you played some great baseball. Yes. There's 3 things I would like, and I would focus on this 3 things if I was Tampa. Number 1, Snell. That's a wonderful thing for them. Number 2, you have a rested bullpen, okay? Anderson, some of those guys are ready to go. And number 3, you have your lefty lineup. You have Meadows, Choi, Lau. All those guys are back. They're a much better team and much deeper with a lefty lineup.
John Smoltz said it during the broadcast. Is anybody going to win 2 in a row? Not sure, Poppy. I guess we'll see. What do you think?
I'll tell you what, they got to play. Tampa need to come tomorrow and try to play the game that they played against the bullpen the last time. I mean, they got to try to take advantage. So Goffman, he didn't pitch well against them. I mean, he don't have the type of stuff like the rest of the squad, so they got to try to take advantage of.
Well, we got a lot more to do on the show. Very intriguing. There's a lot more drama left in the show. Poppy's Confidential. A movie unveiled.
Maybe say that.
Listen, I know I say it. I mean, I know it. The internet is ready. Confidential Poppy Pick. Taylor is ready. Really, when it comes down to it, more on Twitter. What if they open the secret envelope? Big Poppy predicted every single play.
Maybe, you never know.
Hopefully, Big Poppy put the Dodgers in that confidential envelope.
We'll see.
We'll see. I cannot wait. It's even got a new font. A whole new font. We're going on. Get excited. I have no idea what's in here.
The Masked Singer has had some big NFL surprises. Last night, another shocker. Which athlete could be next? I'm going with Dean Lewitt from the Portland Trailblazers. Tio Torello. Tom Brady popping to my head for some reason.
I think Trent's back ethic is rubbing off on you.
Only The Masked Singer after the World Series, Wednesdays on Fox. We're all finding ways to keep moving. But how do we make sure the direction we're headed is forward? At Fidelity, you'll get the planning and advice to prepare you for the future without sacrificing the things that are important to you today. We'll help you plan for healthcare costs, taxes, and any other uncertainties along the way. Because with Fidelity, you can feel confident that the only direction you're moving is forward.
When it comes to the home game, you gotta have certain essentials. As long as I got my family, friends, Tostitos, my favorite nachos, I'm good. Don't forget to throw the bend in your knee. Right now, we're just finding happiness in the small things. Just being with the fellas, watching the game, I think it's a very special moment. We don't get to play, but we get to watch it.
I agree. I'm okay with you being the nacho guy for the rest of the season.
Tostitos, get to the good stuff.
Where is the card key? I don't understand. Michael, which pole has the card key in it? Come on, I know what place this. We're gonna have a little talk when I get back. Killing me, man. A better take on the spare key. The all-new Elantra with Hyundai Digital. I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh, how nice.
Love you.
But also, Stevie.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Did you know that 70% of the soils on your clothes are invisible? Under UV light, you see the invisible dirt trapped deep down. Try new Tide Pods Hygienic Clean Heavy Duty. For a deep clean, just toss in a pack. Formulated with 10 concentrated cleaning actives that clean deep down into the fabric to remove invisible dirt. See the difference after being washed with Tide Hygienic Clean. For a deep clean, try Tide Hygienic Clean with a 100% money-back guarantee. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Clayton Kershaw getting the job done for the Dodgers, and boy, does that feel good for Dodgers fans. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts, and hey, we're back. Great to see you with our guys here, Frank, Poppy, and A-Rod, and Clayton Kershaw. Well, gotta feel good for him, right? He was terrific tonight, did his job, and I think his kids are past the witching hour for bedtime. Let's go hear from Clayton at the podium.
It just means that I've been on great teams that have got to go to the postseason a lot, and I've got to get a lot of starts in the postseason. So, obviously, a very special opportunity. My kids are a little tired, if you can't tell. And it's just a special thing to get to be a part of a team like this and get to be a part of some of those names. Hey, you guys go sit up now. Okay, thanks.
Have fun with it, man. He's earned this. I mean, he's Kershaw the Rays twice. You know, none of us thought it was going to happen. Come on, guys, be honest. You know, Clayton has really stepped his game up in Texas. I did.
Is it in here?
You're about to find out. Enjoy the cans, Clayton. You've earned it. You've earned your respect, man. Do your thing.
You know, you're right. You're right. I mean, look, they say, and there's a fine line, right? Because they still do have to win one more game here. There's a very real chance if they don't, he might be pitching in Game 7 out of 10.
I gain more respect, and I think a lot of the fans out there gain more respect when you don't have your A stuff, and you're great in Game 1, and you're good in Game 5. I love the finesse and how he was able to be a chameleon tonight. Fantastic job for Kershaw. And to get one more win.
Yeah, you can breathe, smile forever. That's really what it comes down to. Well, as you know, the trials and tribulations of the Dominican Nostradamus here at Big Poppy, we turned over a new leaf, and it's really gone well. In our predictions, Poppy was not good. 2-8, okay, much better as a postseason hitter, not good a predictor. But then we started doing the Poppy Confidential envelope, and he was 4-0 until last night. He was very upset over a stumble last night.
Well, you can blame on Nostradamus Ortiz last night.
Okay.
Nostradamus Ortiz was right.
You were right. It's just that the Rays spoiled it. I got it.
Well, yeah, something happened that we wasn't expecting it, but
We'll see if we're still calling you Nostradamus after this. The Poppy Confidential. I get more people asking about this envelope than I do about the darn game. Here we go, Poppy. Let's see if you got it right. Here we go. Where's the score? Where's the score?
I don't even.
What's the score?
I don't even get it, Kelly.
Great job.
I don't even get it. I'm back. You give it up. Nostradamus Ortiz. Nostradamus Ortiz, baby. Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred. Do we have even do we Poppy, Fred? Ring doorbell on that packet. Nostradamus Poppy is back. Cameraman, come in. Dodgers don't score. I think we Nostradamus Ortiz is back. Dodgers don't score. I don't care.
Look, 4-2.
Yeah, there you go.
I just missed it. I missed the punt.
I was a little nervous when I put it together.
All right. Well done. You're back. Nostradamus Poppy is back. When we come back, guess how much? Look at these fine items tonight.
I know what all this item do.
I can't wait to bid. Guess how much when we return. It's going to be fun.
This is the moment America has been waiting for. With our future in the balance.
I was elected to fight for you.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
Nothing can stop.
On November 3rd, the Joe Kelly America is voting. And only Fox News delivers the analysis and insight that America trusts. From America's most experienced election team, following real-time data on the Fox News app and every race as it happens from our best-in-class decision desk until we know the 2020 election on Fox News Channel. America is watching.
The Flat Spin 360. Often imagined, rarely attempted. Accomplished. Just this once. Introducing the all-new turbocharged K5.
When it comes to buying a home, they say cash is king. But you're a queen, and that's just as powerful. You're armed with a verified approval from Rocket Mortgage. Sellers know the offer is good, so your bid has the strength to compete with cash offers. Now grab your crown and rule. That castle is yours. So when you need an edge in the bidding war, Rocket can. You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by at MLB Development. Compete locally and swing your way to the finals.
at the 2021 MLB All-Star Week in Atlanta. Get your community involved by hosting a local derby. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Most mobile providers make you get multiple lines to get their best price. But what if you don't need multiple lines? With Spectrum Mobile, you don't have to get more to save more. You'll get our best price on every line, which could help you save up to 40% every month. That's great. Plus, mix and match plans to meet your needs, with data plans starting at $14 a gig, all with no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. I guess it's no surprise millions of customers are switching to Spectrum Mobile. Switch today with data plans starting at $14 a gig. Call 877-958-7146.
Politician Young Kim is trying to tiptoe around Donald Trump, but Young Kim's been caught supporting Trump's agenda.
If you listen and see the results, I can't wait to see what more promises he's made he will carry.
Well, we see the results. Young Kim, of course she plans to vote for Trump. All very good reasons the rest of us can't vote for Young Kim. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of its advertising.
Vikings take on the Packers. Get the Saints battle the Bears. It's a huge doubleheader next Sunday on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. Really don't say that as a player. Personality doesn't make plays. You went to Columbia? You're smart. What's the difference between the old school and the new school? Hey, where you from is where you at. How many footballs were on the field at one time? You heard it two. Remain one.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern for FS Month.
And now it's Game 5 of the 2020 World Series, with all things even, 2 games apiece. That is well hit into left center field. It is 3-0 Dodgers. Josh Peterson. Here's a high fly ball into right, absolutely belting. Dodgers lead 4-2 here in the 5th. One strike away. Got him, and the Dodgers win Game 5. Game 6, Tuesday night. Eyes of social media. Hey, this was a slow ball unveiling Poppy's Confidential. Now, we never see it until the end. This is the first time I'm laying eyes on it. What was Clayton Kershaw thinking? Clayton? Yeah! He's back. He is back.
He knows.
Everybody knows. Dodgers win Game 5. They're up 3-2 in this World Series. Game 6 on Tuesday night. So with an off day, there's no way we could possibly leave you without playing Get Down Mud, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the latest edition of this fun game show, Get Down Mud. Real items online are bid by our crack production team, and for real prices, and our guys have to get down much. I have just been given the items, Frank. Okay, the first item is a good one. This is an expensive item. This is Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez, and Ron Darling. And me. Yeah! My man. Well, we're on the Mets broadcast team together. This is quite... Yeah, of course it's me, Poppy. Look at this. There you go. There they are. Gary, Keith, and Ron, and Kevin's shirt. This is a big title. Listen, I know, at least in New York, this would go for high dollars. Anywhere else? Probably not. All right, guys. Nice t-shirt, good quality shirt. Think about it. Think about someone's feelings you may hurt if you get it wrong. Certain host. Guess how much? Big Poppy. Deep thought, Alex.
Hey, Ray, you betting on the Mets again?
Alex, here we go. You ready?
I'm on my first.
I think it's over there. We have to start with price. That's the fish. We'll start with Big Hurt.
All right.
Guess how much for the...
After a long thought here, there's some big names on here. Maybe one I didn't like too much, but it's okay. $5.99.
I'll take it.
$5.99 for KB, man. That was more about Haji.
There you go.
Haji's father.
Oh, Keith, we missed you. All right, Poppy. Poppy is making an alteration.
Yeah, calculator.
Where are you going, Poppy? $12.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Poppy, superhero. Now it's back.
$12. All right, Alex. I know you can do better than $12 for this shirt.
What
of these days, so I'm gonna go with.
Oh, 1999. Give me a little soap.
Ballpark price, I think.
At the stadium.
Guess how much this very extravagant shirt is? I have no idea. How much did we go for online?
Oh, man.
Yeah!
That must be some expensive cotton over
That
there.
can't be real.
New York.
Shirt costs more than all you item friends.
With yourself.
Big stand right there, baby.
Listen, Alex, well done. The highest bidder. Okay.
Wow.
Next item. Guess how much? Oh, you guys are gonna like this one. Here we go. There's not one, not two, not three, but multiple fantastic images of the lovely Jennifer Lopez.
I want Alex to go first.
He might have to go first.
Let me see if you want to get home safe.
Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you don't win this bid, you might not be allowed home tonight.
You're right.
All right. So we will let Alex go last. Frank.
All right.
Let's see if I hold this up one more time. This is a beautiful shirt. This is very cottony. Again, full size.
That looks expensive.
It looks very expensive.
A lot of pictures, too.
There you go. A lot of different pictures. Exactly. You get all the kinds of views of J-Lo you like. Poppy, you could take this home today and bid on it correctly.
How about what's done by Versace?
Guess how much the J-Lo multiple image shirt. It's gonna get. We'll hold it up one more time, and we'll give it a spin for the cameras. I mean, this is an item to behold. Frank Thomas, you're up. Guess how much for the J-Lo shirt?
You know, Jenny has so many followers. So there's many pictures on there. I'm gonna go $1,000 for that t-shirt.
Wow!
I like that.
Poppy is changing the pick again. This is interesting strategy. Poppy, the change pick 200 smackaroos.
I go shopping.
Okay.
I know what I know.
This is a big moment in tonight's show. Alex bidding on J-Lo's shirt. Fred Lightning. He's changing the pick.
Because I
want
to have dinner tonight, so.
$1 million! You pay. No matter what the price is, that's the right answer, Alex. Guess how much? How much is it? $23.99. But Alex wins with $1 million.
God, wait a minute. First t-shirt was $59.99, and the J-Lo t-shirt is $23.99.
Listen, gotta sneak up on people, Frank. You know what I mean? I may not have 1 million followers, I'm gonna sneak up on people, that's all. Guess how much? Well done, Alex. Alex, we're letting into the house to have dinner tonight. Get her ready to come on home. Hey, we got Game 6 on Tuesday. We can't wait to see you then. Thanks for watching the post-game show. And guess how much? See ya.
After 225 years of Jim Beam, you'd think we just